This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, United States Congressman Lou Barletta talks about funding for the Department of Homeland Security. Good evening and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Ken Cara. In just 4 days, funding expires for the Department of Homeland Security. Today, 11th District Congressman Lou Barletta stopped by our studios to talk about the standoff in Washington. Barletta is a member of the Committee on Homeland Security and recently named to the Homeland Security Subcommittee on Counterterrorism and Intelligence.
And what we did in the House, Lisa, was to fund the Department of Homeland Security, but what we weren't going to do is allow him to use that money to give amnesty to the 5 million illegal aliens, his executive action, which is illegal. I'm not going to vote to allow the president to do something illegal by making his own law to give amnesty to 5 million people. So we would fund the department, but not his illegal action giving amnesty. The president is holding fast and basically saying that we're shutting down the Department of Homeland Security. All he needs to do is just tell the American people that their own national security is much more important than giving amnesty. So that will be up to the Senate right now. They need 60 votes to get it up to the floor for a debate, not even for a vote. They haven't been able to get one Democrat to come on board. So right now, it's going to be up to the Democrats in the Senate and the president on whether or not the department has its funding.
Barletta says that 85% of Homeland Security employees are considered essential and would be required to come to work even without funding in place. The congressman will be a guest on a special Sam Lisanne show that debuts on Friday at 8:30 a.m. It'll also be on at noon and 7 p.m. on Friday right here on SSPTV. Locally, Hazleton police are investigating an armed robbery. It happened around 9:30 last night in the parking lot of the Hazleton Elementary Middle School in Hazleton. According to police, 4 armed men approached a parked and occupied vehicle and demanded money from the occupants. The suspects then fled. Anyone with information is asked to contact Hazleton police by dialing 911. A hearing is scheduled for a proposed drug and alcohol rehabilitation facility in Hazel Township. According to our media partner, the Standard Speaker, a local group called JS plus DRE wants to put it in the former Zola's lamppost building on Route 940 in Harley. Zola's closed over 2 years ago and its commercial designation expired. That means the building and land reverted back to an R1 single-family residential zoning. The matter goes before the Township Zoning Board on Monday at 6 p.m. at the Hazel Township Commons building. You can read more about the proposal at standardspeaker.com. The Hazleton Municipal Airport is one of 6 airports to share a $9.7 million state investment to improve safety and operations. PennDOT announced that the local airport will receive a $300,000 grant to acquire 2 existing privately owned hangars for new aircraft and equipment. And speaking of transportation, this week has a special designation. FYI's Lisa Sugar tells us what it's all about.
Did you know that this is Highway Safety Law Awareness Week? Well, to tell us what that means and what you should know about it is James May, the Regional Press Director for PennDOT. James, pleased to have you back here. You always bring us insightful information. Tell us what the significance of this week is for PennDOT.
Well, we have various weeks like this throughout the calendar year where we'll take a certain topic and really try to educate the public, whether it's Work Zone Safety Week, that'll be coming up in the end of March, or we'll have different weeks like this. But this is the Highway Safety or Highway Traffic Law Week, and it's a good opportunity for us to really get out to the public and to let them know some of the laws that are on the books regarding driving, and especially some of the laws that people may not realize are laws. You know, most people know speeding and stopping at stop signs and sort of the obvious ones, but many times we don't know that it is a law, not just courtesy, it's actually the law, that when you come upon an emergency vehicle, a PennDOT vehicle, even somebody broken down along the side of the road that has the flares out, it is the law that you must pull over into the lane that's not adjacent to that vehicle if you're able to do so. If you're not able to do so, you need to go through in a very cautious, slow manner. Some people know that's a courtesy to do, but they don't realize it's the law. The headlights on and at the same time that your windshield wipers are on. Anytime your wipers are on, it is the law. And a lot of people think that's just kind of good practice. That is a law as well. Another one that we'll be emphasizing a lot is the making sure that you have the snow and ice cleared off of your car. You know, a lot of times we go out and we think, oh, just get it off there because it's a sort of a nuisance. But that law was passed. Many of these laws have been passed in the last about 10 to 15 years. This one was passed in 2006. It's a good way to keep the motorist safe, but it's also for the other people that are on the road. Just as we were coming down to the studio today, there was a truck in front of us and a huge chunk of ice flew off the top of the truck. So it's just to make sure that you're safe and the public around you who's also on the road is safe as well.
And for anyone out there who does want to know more about this type of information, maybe they were surprised and said, I didn't know that was a law when you just mentioned it. Where can they go to physically get a list of what the laws are that pertain to them? JustDrivePA.com is an excellent website. It has information on these laws, but it also has a lot of information about mature drivers, seatbelts, car seats, teen drivers. They even have a section in there for driving around, like Lancaster County, around the Amish, you know, the horse and buggy. So a lot of good information there on JustDrivePA.com. People can also contact us directly. My email is jamay@pa.gov, and they can email me and we can get them any information they want, or if there's an organization that you'd like for us to come out and speak to your group, civic organization, we can do that as well. That's very good to know. Great information. If you'd like to have the people from PennDOT go out and talk to your group, give them a call, look it up online as well. Valuable, life-saving information, and we hope that people will learn that this is the special week designated, that they'll pay attention to the laws, so you won't have to worry about everybody not knowing the laws. It will keep you out of trouble so you don't get fined and don't get pulled over, but it's also for safety as well. All right. Good advice. James May from PennDOT, thanks for joining us. We look forward to talking with you again soon. Pleasure.
Thank you, Lisa. It's always appreciated. In other news, 3 title holders from the Miss Greater Hazelton Scholarship Program were in our state capitol on Monday. Miss Greater Hazelton Kim Gatsky, Miss Greater Hazelton's Outstanding Teen Emily Sarach, and Miss Keystone's Outstanding Teen Tori Delory were official guests on the House floor thanks to a visit hosted by State Representative Tara Toohill. The visit fits with the program's mission that includes positive mentoring experiences. For more information on the program, you can log on to missgreaterhazelton.weebly.com. New title holders will be crowned Saturday, March 7th at 6 p.m. at the Hazelton Area High School. Give hope, celebrate life. That's the theme of the 37th Annual American Cancer Society Telethon. Today, organizers gathered at the Laurel Mall to promote the 12-hour event.
The pledges come in and the people are very generous because it is the city with the heart. Even though the weather is cold, we'll have warm people with warm hearts giving us donations to pursue the fight against cancer, because what we're doing, we give hope and we're celebrating life.
That was Clemmie Yamona with the American Cancer Society. The telethon will be broadcast Saturday from 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. on Service Electric Cable Channel 7. To donate, you can call 570-459-1212 or stop by the Laurel Mall on Saturday. And now here's what our media partner, the Standard Speaker, is working on for tomorrow's edition. Water problems worsen in the borough of Freeland due to frozen pipes, and a special foster grandmother celebrates her 80th birthday on Wednesday. You can read all about those stories in tomorrow's Standard Speaker. Coming up next, we get more information on the upcoming Fun Fest kickoff concert, and later in sports, we get ready for the Penn State Hazelton women's basketball team's conference championship game in Happy Valley.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazelton Standard Speaker.
We are back here at Brandon's Forever Home, officially purchasing this beautiful home in Hazelton, and we're with another great person. We're with James. And James, thanks for coming in. We're having some people come in and actually view the house. And so what did you think? What was your first impression of Brandon's Forever Home?
It's a nice place for kids to go, and what they need, it's here.
Yeah.
And it's really big. The pizza's good all the time, apparently. And there's a lot of activities and stuff to do here.
Yeah.
and hopefully there'll be more than that in the future.
We like to educate people through our Care for Kids segment about what is going on in Luzerne County through all of the different agencies. You've had a great experience with CASA. So first, what is CASA?
Court-appointed special advocate.
Okay. And what are they here for? What is the need? Who do they go see?
Like my court advocate, she's in charge of my school.
Okay.
So instead of my grandpa being my school guardian, she is, because she helps me at school. Like, she's kind of like a second parent.
Okay.
It's kind of like a second parent. They keep you on track. They keep you from getting in trouble, and they want to make sure that you succeed in life and you get and you have what you need.
Okay. So briefly, your story is that you live with your grandparents and they have adopted you.
Yeah.
And then your CASA worker does what?
She helps me with my schooling. She helps me, like, when I don't have anything, like, say if I don't have clothes, she'll take me shopping. Mm-hmm. And if I need shoes, she'll grab me shoes. Like, she's a good person, and it's a good agency.
Now, how old are you?
I'm 16.
Okay. And why is it so important to have someone like your CASA caseworker?
Because, like, she's like your family. She always got your back.
Okay. And how has she helped you grow throughout the year?
She helped me, like, with a lot of things, actually. She, like, when I need somebody to talk to also, like, I'd call her since she gives me her number.
Okay.
Yeah, and pretty much she's there for me whenever I need her.
So she's a mentor. Can we say her name?
Sandra Seraphin.
Okay. We should give her a plug for being there for you. And this is important because these are all volunteers, correct?
Yes.
And we are looking for more of these CASA volunteers.
Yeah.
Okay, so if someone wants to become a volunteer through CASA, they can certainly call Brandon's Forever Home and get in touch with us on our Facebook page and all that good information. Is there anything else that you wanted the public to know about the CASA system?
Not really, just that they're good people, and they're always like, if your kid's going through bad times, it's good to get a CASA worker because it might put your kid back on track.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us here on FYI, and you can join us every week for Care for Kids.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
We have the power to get through the final weeks of winter. We're almost there, but we are going to be tested this week. Here's our forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, scattered flurries after midnight, cloudy, our low around 10 degrees. On Wednesday, on the extended forecast, scattered flurries once again before 8 a.m., a mostly cloudy day, and then becoming sunny with a high near 22. Wednesday night, clouds increase. Our low will be around 2 degrees. It will feel like -8 with the wind chill. Thursday, scattered flurries after 4 p.m., a high near 17, wind chill of -8. Thursday night, scattered flurries once again, low around -3. For Friday, scattered flurries. Big surprise before 8 a.m., mostly cloudy day, high near 17. At night, we get down to -3 for the low. Saturday will be mostly sunny with a high of 23. At night, partly cloudy with a low around 9 degrees. And tonight's weather is brought to you by the Ramada on Church Street in Hazleton. They have monthly rooms with free Wi-Fi and a continental breakfast. Banquet space is available for any type of gathering, including weddings, meetings, reunions, Sweet 16 parties, and more. You can call the Ramada at 570-455-2061.
Hard to believe, but FunFest is 6 months away, and we're looking forward to the warmer weather, that's for sure. And here to tell us about a FunFest kickoff that will be happening very shortly here in our area is Julie Ferry, who is the Public Relations Coordinator for FunFest in downtown Hazleton, and also an administrative assistant with the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, and our good friend Joe Scarcella, who is an original founding member of FunFest, and also the concert chair. So every year, it wouldn't be FunFest without the poets. They're back, but they're here earlier than usual, Joe.
They're here earlier. We decided after a committee meeting to try and change things up a little bit. Having the concert on Friday night was the only thing available. And when it was over, there was nothing for people to do.
You mean the Friday night of FunFest weekend?
Right, Friday night of FunFest weekend. Once it was over, you know, the crowd dispersed and they went their merry way. So we decided to try and move it to a different time of the year and make it available to more people and not interfere with FunFest weekend at all.
So now it will be taking place on Sunday, March 8th at 2 p.m. at a new location, Genetti's.
New location. When we originally came up with the idea, first we had to call the poets to see if they were available for what we were thinking. Then we had to call the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts to see if the date was available. Well, they have a pretty darn big schedule as far as performances, and they do a great job. Unfortunately, they couldn't host us. So we, in turn, had to turn to Mr. Patrick Genetti at Genetti Catering, who basically welcomed us with open arms.
All righty, so the Poets are coming earlier next month, going to be at Genetti's. And Julie, people are wondering, how do they get tickets? Tell us all about it. What's it going to be like?
Well, the tickets are available for sale now. You can purchase them online on the Hazleton Chamber website, which is hazletonchamber.org, under our calendar of events. You can purchase them at Uncle Joe's store at Metallo's. You can purchase them at Genetti Catering and at the Chamber of Commerce office. If you buy them in advance, they're $15. If you wait until the day of, they're $20. And we also do have reserved tables of 10 available.
So this is a nice atmosphere. It'll be a little different now. You get to sit at the tables and enjoy it?
Yes, it's going to be all table seating, and of course there'll be a big dance floor. We've got a number of people who have reserved tables already who are associated with dance studios who are coming to dance, because this is a great, fun dance band.
And the big thing is, this is a big fundraiser for FunFest itself. So Joe, how important is this to making FunFest possible?
Well, this is our major kickoff fundraiser. First of all, it wouldn't be possible without our sponsor, going on our fifth year maybe, Sean Shimani and John Rogers from Northeast Revenue Service. They're our big sponsors. So without them, it's a no-go. I approached them, told them what was going on, change the time of year. He said, I don't care when you have it, Joe. He says, we'll sponsor it again for you, which was great.
All right. Well, you heard it here. The tickets are now available for the Big Poets concert taking place Sunday, March 8th, 2 o'clock at Genetti's. Tickets available at Metallo's Formal Wear, where you see this guy, also at Genetti Catering, and also you see Julie at the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce office in downtown Hazleton. So you can give them a call, you can get them online, but please get yours today. You get a break. Otherwise, you can get them at the door, but don't be disappointed. You want to see the Poets and help make FunFest a complete success.
Lisa, you're the best. Unless someone who wins the lottery gives me some money, then they're the best. Here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. Pick 2, 4, 8, pick 3, 272, pick 4, 0029, and pick 5, 21541. Sports is next on FYI.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
The Penn State Hazleton women's basketball team spent their Sunday in the Philadelphia area at Penn State Brandywine. They were down by double digits at the half, and it looked like their season might be over. 2 days later, they're in University Park, Pennsylvania, getting ready for the Penn State University Athletic Conference Championship game against PSU Beaver. What a long, strange trip it's been. It wasn't the way they wanted to start the stretch run. Penn State Hazleton hosted Penn State Schuylkill in their second-to-last scheduled home game. The local Lady Lions beat PSU Schuylkill by 21 points earlier in the season. In round 2, Schuylkill pulled off a 4-point upset on the road.
What was it like after the Schuylkill game?
Devastating, because we really needed that for a higher ranking. But I mean, it happened for a reason, and it's helped us to be a better team together, working together.
How would you say it helped you? What did you guys do after that game?
Learn to play a little bit better together and look for the open girl a little bit more than what we had been.
Yeah, what was kind of the problem maybe at Schuylkill?
Might have rushed a few things, but really just needed to play a little bit better as a team.
The Schuylkill game was more of a wake-up call for us, because we realized we needed to work harder and come to games ready to play all the time instead of just showing up and expecting to win. So we really focused on hard work and then playing how we play and not playing down to others or letting people dictate how we play.
2.5 weeks later, those lessons would pay off as the local Lady Lions found themselves down by 16 points at halftime to top-seeded PSU Brandywine in the Penn State University Athletic Conference semifinals.
It was weird. I was talking about this earlier today. When we went into that locker room, I think we were down by 16 or 17. None of us had our heads down. We went in and we're like, we're going to win. And we said, Coach, we just have to press, and we're going to win. That's it. We started pressing and putting more pressure on their guards. And their guards I think they kind of sat back and thought that they were going to win. And we came back and we were like, not today. we're going to the championship.
Sophomore Stephanie Guevara is from North Brunswick, New Jersey. Her family tries to make it from the Garden State to as many basketball games as they can. They were at the game against Brandywine, watching Guevara score 11 second-half points in Hazelton's comeback 65-59 victory. The win sent Hazelton to the conference championship game against Penn State Beaver at the Bryce Jordan Center on Penn State's University Park campus.
What did they say after the game to you, after you guys make that huge comeback?
Oh, my mom grabbed me like in a headlock and what in front of, she was just bragging and so proud to like just know that we made it to another championship.
You can sense that level of excitement around the team as they continue their playoff run. The run started with an overtime win over PSU Fayette, and you heard all about their victory against Brandywine. Now, on one day's rest, the journey continues against Penn State Beaver.
It's exhausting. It's mentally, physically, and emotionally exhausting, but I wouldn't trade it for anything.
It's been a crazy few weeks, but I'm guessing that's okay with the Penn State Hazleton women's basketball team.
What is Penn State Hazelton's game? What do you think are your strengths?
Our game, chaos. Chaos? Yeah, craziness. Like we play nuts, we play angry, we play just running at people, like just hectic. We're just a hectic team. We're a lot to take in.
The action starts tonight at 8 p.m. at the BJC. Earlier this year, Penn State Hazleton beat Penn State Beaver on the road 72-63. Junior and 1,000-point scorer Alexis Daly lets us know what to expect tonight in Happy Valley.
When we played them, it was a team that last year we had played in the playoffs, and it was a rough game, and like it was bad. But this year we went to their place again, and we ended up prevailing. We came out on top, but it was a really good game. It was tooth and nail. It was a bloodbath the whole time. We were battling back and forth. They're a really good team, so I'm expecting a fight.
That's sports for tonight. Tomorrow, Dave Seaman, the sports editor from the Standard Speaker, is here to preview some high school basketball matchups. We'll be right back. Happy Wing Night. It's Wing Night at Bottlenecks. Get $2 off your order of wings or all-you-can-eat wings and boneless wings for only $14.95. Bottlenecks wings are voted best wings in the area year after year.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. Two quick announcements for this evening. First, the Hazleton Art League will be holding Winter in America Saturday, February 28th at 7 p.m. They will be having an evening of music and poetry featuring several area performers. Suggested donation is just $5 and all proceeds will benefit the Soul Kitchen. For information, just call 570-926-1912. And finally, Hazleton Trinity Lutheran Church, located at Church and Hemlock Streets, will be holding a spring craft fair Saturday, March 7th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Breakfast and lunch will be served all day, plus they will have crafters and vendors with plenty of merchandise. For info, just call 570-454-3492, extension 4, 9, or 10. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. John H. Eisenman of McAdoo. Funeral is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. Raquel A. Rodriguez of Hazleton. Viewing is Tuesday from 5 to 9 p.m. at the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. Violet M. Funanage, formerly of Oneida. Services were held in Levittown. Mildred C. Haydusik of Clares. Services will be held at the convenience of the family and under the direction of the Cremation Society of Pennsylvania. Michael A. Hiziak of Hazel Township. Funeral is Friday at 10 a.m. at the parish of St. Cyril Methodius at the Church of St. Joseph. Friends may call Friday from 9 to 10 a.m. at the church. Arrangements are under the direction of the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. David J. Rodriguez of West Hazleton. The Harmon Funeral Home assisted the family with the arrangements. And Elizabeth J. Parise of St. John's. Funeral is Wednesday at 10 a.m. at the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m.
Thanks for watching tonight. Take it easy, everyone.